Hello everyone. So I was supposed to stream yesterday, but I didn't because I have some physical issues. I was little bit unwell, so that's why I didn't. Okay. Okay. Now let's. So today our main goal is to use the message queue for our featured services. Let's go for this request. If we go to the services, you can see there are several activity things. So like this activity message request something. So for these things, we will use message queue and use RabbitMQ because it is pretty much simple, and just ask queue that we have some events, and pass the events to the queue, the events or something to the queue, and the consumer or the receiver will receive it, and then it will process behind the scene in the background. So the user won't need to wait. We can do the push notification, whatever we want, we can do. So for this, we need a RabbitMQ, RabbitMQ libraries and other stuff. So for these things, we need to use the Docker. Already Docker is here, but for this project, we need to use Docker Compose so that we can orchestrate this application as well as the RabbitMQ Docker file, the RabbitMQ instances, whatever you call. Okay, let me open the Claude and ask him. Okay, so in this project, there is a Docker file. Create a new Docker file and use this Docker file along with other. Okay, after this, use. Oh my god, my electricity has just gone away. Just a minute. Okay, use RabbitMQ or add RabbitMQ Docker instances with suitable credentials. Okay, so it will add that RabbitMQ instance, the Docker file, then we can use the RabbitMQ over there. So just let's wait. It will take around 2-3 minutes. Okay, it add this file RabbitMQ. Okay, it's did one more thing. It's added the MongoDB as well. So hopefully, yeah, it's pretty much good. That's why I love Claude. That's why everyone like Claude. What else it did? Okay. Okay. So okay. 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 Okay, let's try if it's work or not. Hopefully this will work. Let's see. Docker compose -d. Okay, so it will pull the RabbitMQ, then build the project and run this thing, the rest of the things. Okay, let's wait. Okay, it's give me some problems over here. Yes, maybe, yeah. Because in this Docker file it's use yarn, but unfortunately I removed the yarn here. So it should be okay. Let Claude fix the Docker file. And previously it was with yarn. Now the project is moved to npm. Fix this problem. I can fix it, but I'm asking it so that it can fix this pretty much quick time. Hopefully it's solved. Yep. Yes, it's now okay. Yeah, this is the log file. there might be another problem. Hopefully let's see. There might be another problem related to some workspace or stuffs, maybe. Let's see. What is asking? Did not complete it successfully. Okay, let's zoom it a bit. Close this. What is talking? This is not run. Like, go away. Okay, let's see what is the problem. Unknown built-in module. Okay, so the prisma also install this is not working. Hopefully let's do one thing, remove this log file, install it. What is the problem? Built-in module. Okay, it is just back. I'll come back real quick. Okay, so what is the problem? Okay, so it's problem with the Node.js. Okay, let me. This problem giving the this version of npm record at least Node.js 22, but we're using 20, so we need to increase it to 24. Let's see. This is supposed to work now. This time this will work. Wait a second, previously this was the same problem. Yep. Let's see. So I think for these purposes, let's see, this shouldn't, yeah, I suppose, okay. Oh my god. Okay, so I know what's the problem. Let me ask Claude again to fix the problem. Add pm workspace file and add build script this error to solve this error. Okay, so it will handle the rest, maybe. I suppose. Okay, hopefully this should work. Okay, let's try. Oh, sorry. This one. This still give me the same problem. This is a problem. This is my clients. Everything is down here, but it's not working. It's kind of frustrating. It's supposed to solve this problem in this way. This problem is new. I mean, this is a security policy to PNPM. It's recently added. Okay, so this time it's work. Somehow it solved the problem though. Although this is not a good practice, but for now we can. Oh. Let's ignore this. Where is the ignore value? Yeah, this here. Okay, so it's work. Okay, so if I open the Docker Compose, so this is the MongoDB, this is the RabbitMQ, this is the management UI port. So if I open the Chrome and localhost, so this is the RabbitMQ management UI. If I, so the password should be RabbitMQ user. So this is inside this env file, which is guest. Okay, guest, yeah, we are logged in. Okay. So this is the connections. So in here it will show how many services or application is connected. So you can see here, this is the channels. So how many channels are open or using. this is the extents. So mainly this is the things we are mostly work, because these extensions, like there are four different type of extensions: fan out, fan topics, and some other things I forgot. Streams and admin, you can change the administrator password or whatever you want, or add more administrator, add user, you can do so, but we're not going to do that. So before we move forward, let's open RabbitMQ. I should have opened first, then okay. So it's saying one broker to queue them all. Getting started. So this is the flow, simple flow, not a big things. So your producer, so let me demonstrate how it's work. Excel draw, let me open it. And okay, suppose this is your application. This is your application, and you suppose you have several applications, and you have some background task, like the user is asking for something that you need to send a mail. You need to send processing some data on the background, or suppose there's a video uploading, and you the user is uploaded a video, and you have to transcode or compile this, or format different kind of formatter like 720p, 480p. So in this case, these are heavy intensive, and it will take time. Yeah, it will take time because this is a heavy task. And also for this purposes, user should not be wait, because it will take time. If you wait the user, then the user experience will be not good, and he should wait. I mean, when the when the process is done, then we will notify that your processing is done, or you can move forward. Or the email services, like you are doing something and send the email. If you receive an email or 1 minute later, this is not a bad deal either. This is not a bad thing. It will take time, because you will use the SMTP server, SMTP mail server, and it will do a lot of configuration, lot of things. So in these purposes, we can tell the user that we have received your request, we will let you know further. So it will work on the background, then when it's done, then it will send out a notification. So for this time, so in this case, this is your applications or your module, whatever you want. So this is the queue, the RabbitMQ. And maybe this is RabbitMQ. And suppose you have something, and you will notify this RabbitMQ that I have something, and you need to do it for me. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, and then you need to do something here, and for different application, different module, whatever you say, it's not a big deal. And then RabbitMQ receive this and store this data. Store this data inside itself. It will use some internal database, whatever it need. So data, then it will do something. It will send the producers, the consumers. These are the consumers. These are the processor. So it will this will process the data, and process the data whatever you want. It's all up to you. So it will receive the events, or suppose you send something to RabbitMQ, then RabbitMQ send to this processor, and processor will processing the data. So you can understand, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you can process the videos, send the emails. It will go in the background, nothing else. So in the professional way, this call producers. In RabbitMQ way, producers. This will be a producers. This application, this will be producers. And this processor, there might be some multiple processors. Okay, let me. There might be multiple processors. There might be multiple processors, and these are called consumers. These are consumer. Okay, and this is the queue. This will queue. I think you have idea what is the queue is. So it will go one by one, and it has some methods on RabbitMQ. It's has some methods like some different kind of systems. So you can know if you visit this RabbitMQ here. So RabbitMQ, the official documentation, you can do. It's not a big deal. You can read it and understand a lot more things. There is several things here. Okay. So this is done. Okay. So I think you understand the overall idea what is how the RabbitMQ work. There's a in details discussion for RabbitMQ. It is a pretty much complex things, not easy, but compared to other queues, RabbitMQ is much more easier. Okay, now let's go on to one by one. We'll use this one. RabbitMQ. This use protocol. This AMQP. This is the protocol name and its version as well. Okay, so you can see this is the things. Producers send to queue, and then queue send to consumer. Likewise, queue, consumer 1, consumer 2, producer, this is the X, I don't know what is this, but this is the Q2, and then go to the consumer 1 and 1. Many consumer at once. Okay, you can do it in this way as well. Okay, there's this is the maybe the topics, maybe this is that there are some patterns, some exchange patterns, how you can send the messages. These are the wildcard. It also supports the gRPC as well. Yeah, this is definitely. So let's not. So it has support of the Node.js as well. Okay, so let's go to hello world. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's giving me in Python, but we need in Node.js. Let's find the Node.js. Where is Ruby.NET JavaScript? This one. Okay. Okay, so we need to install this one. This is the official library for to use RabbitMQ. npm add stored, and this way. This is the example. Okay, so it has some. Let me open it somehow. Okay, so I need to use this package, then connect the package with it, then create a channel, then through this channel we will add a new quick queue and do some configuration, and after the after the creation of the queue, we will send some message to the queue, or some buffer message. So this is the thing, this is the message. So it will use the buffer to send the messages. So we need to do these things. Okay, and then finally this is the thing, this is the set timeout. If there is nothing, then it will close the connection. That's it. And if we are doing the because this is doing half milliseconds, half seconds, 500 millisecond, because of the JavaScript things, because JavaScript will run top to bottom. If we directly close the connection, then this might not work, or this might be closed automatically, so might not work. There might be some problem. So that's why everything is done, this one is done, then we'll close the connection and exit the process. That's it. Okay, so this is the thing. So let's create a simple send and receive JS, then a receiver file. Then we will implement in a the TypeScript way, sorry, the classes way. Okay, so I am using as okay, so let me create one thing. Let me create a file inside this module library. Inside this library, let's create folder rabbit mq. Okay, so we'll create two new file, send.ts, and another one will be send receive.ts. okay, so let me run npm start npm dev. Let's see if everything is fine. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's give me a nice looking log message, so fine. Okay, so as we know, we need to import const amqp is not required. Okay, not this way. Connection amqp leave, I think import it mqp leave, yeah, this way. Okay, it's giving me this RabbitMQ URL as a string. Okay, let me do one thing. Const yes, okay, then connection. I'm just doing it like pretty much way. Wait, okay, not this way, not this way. Okay, let me create a function. So it's receiver. Let's create the send. Okay, so in here we'll create a function, send something like that, and this will be async, so we can use this way. Then we don't need it somehow. Instant channel is await. Yep. Okay, and then const queue something, suppose test. I'm just doing this for testing purposes, nothing else. So you can say I am also a beginner, you can assume. So that's why I'm doing testing these things. Const message hello world. Okay, Wait, let's create a queue. Channel dot assert queue. Sorry, not assert extends. Assert queue, and then durable. So for this durable message, it will be. So for this thing, so suppose you have crashed the Docker Compose file or crash the server or the instance, the RabbitMQ instance, it will stored. It can be, you can use it. Suppose it will send the queue to database and then process the data. When you do the acknowledgement from the consumer, then it will remove from the database. That's why. So it will it will reduce the data loss. That's it. Okay, so I need to do one more thing. Arguments execute. Okay, let me copy from the site. That's it. It's not a big deal. Okay, and finally we need to send the message channel dot send to queue and queue and buffer. It will be buffer dot from see or okay. Okay, export it. Okay, so okay, yeah, this is a good practice. I forgot it, this one. Let me console it log. Send message. Let's see. Okay, and finally set time out. It will be 5 milliseconds. Then it will be connection close. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's keep it. Not a big deal. And finally, process 0. Okay, so this is our send end. Then we'll do the same thing on the receiver end. So let me real quick do this. Okay, so this will be received. Oh shit, the electricity gone again. So just a minute, I'll come back. Okay, I think I was mute for several minutes. I was doing something, I don't know. Okay, so this is the message. The test purpose is done, almost done. So we send a message, you can see, but you didn't hear my voice because my mic was muted, unfortunately. Sorry for that. But you can see there is one message is here. If I, okay, so let me do it, save it, and you can see it will consume. It will consume. Just a minute. Just a minute. Give it a minute. It should consume. It should consume the message, but it's not consuming. I don't know what is the problem. Or there might be a mismatch. Okay, running. The name is Sam. Total ready, but it's not consuming something. I don't know what is. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. It didn't work that way. I don't know how it is happened here. Let's see. Let's try. The queue name is Sam. Channel is everything is good. Then why shouldn't it work? Or 1 second. Okay, I think this should not be here. This shouldn't be here. It's crashed something. Okay, let me run it. It crashed somehow. I don't know what happened to this electricity. What is happening? Okay, I think the problem with this port is because this app is running. Stop it. Oh, sorry. Oh. This is running perfectly. But I don't know why this consumer is not consuming. This should consume the message, although let's see. But it did at first time, right? It did it the very first time. So if I run this again, go here, now this is 0. Okay, so it's message something. Now it's received 2 times, but it receives it gave me some error. Precondition failed. I think there's some condition or it's not delivery tag. I mean, there's some need to do something, some configuration for the queue. Although, let's forget that. So we're done now. Okay, so the testing is done, and okay, so one more thing we need to do is message. Need to see. Let's then log the entire thing. Let's see what it return. Okay. Working fine. But it gave me some error. Yep. It's logged the message. That's empty queue centered delivery tag, properties, content. Okay. So I think I need to do something called json dot parse message dot content dot toString. Okay, let's see how this react now. Yeah, this receive message, send message. Oh, sorry, where is that? It's not as enable type is string. I don't know what is happening. We need to do something. We have to find something good in this. This is for this. Okay, so okay, so this time is received. So there might be some other problem, maybe channel closed by server 406, precondition failed. Okay, connection closed. Send message. Okay, so let me do one thing. So let me ask Claude for this. What is the problem? Found the problem. It was a misconfusion. Okay, so maybe okay, so This is no awk. So where is that is channel.consume. The box is right in the receipt.ts file. Where is the receipt.ts file? So it's asking us no awk tells RabbitMQ auto acknowledged every delivered message immediately. The consumer will never send awk. Okay. So when the message arrives, RabbitMQ marks it as done and forget the delivery tag. Okay. Then your callback fires and call channel.awk.message, but RabbitMQ no longer recognize the delivery tag. Oh, okay. So for this thing, so if the no awk is false, if no it means no awk true means RabbitMQ already. If I make it true, then it's true, then it will automatically acknowledge it's themselves by itself to the queue. There's this message is already being received, so no problem. If not, then I don't need to. Or we can do false and make it true and make it simple. We don't need this anyways. Okay, so we just need something, nothing else. We don't need to call this as well. Okay, so it will resolve the problem. Or we can do this way. Let's make it simple. So it will automatically acknowledgement to the channel. So that, okay. So it should receive the message somehow. Isn't it amazing? Oh, I got the problem. I understood. Because previously, suppose I send it. I understood now the problem. So this is sending the message send it. So if I did it, or let me import it. Did it? I need this receive function should called. It must be called. Unless you don't call, it won't receive. So now if I call this again, it will receive the message. Yeah. See, receive message. Hello world. Okay. So previously I need to call this function somehow. So for this, okay, on listen. We're listening somewhere. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I'm back now. Let's see. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Now let's remove this and design some code base. Okay, For this thing, let's convert this to class. Let's make it some base class, connection.ts. Okay, so we'll do some classes like export class. It's 1 second. Yep. Class RabbitMQ. The constructor, it will do something, and it will be singleton. Okay. Okay, connection. Okay, so here might be a type. I need this type. And is need to import. Okay. Start connect. Okay. Connect. Start connection. Okay, so this is for the connection string. Okay, it's giving me something. Let's import the logger. Okay. Okay, let's do come. Yep. So this will be much more better way. Okay. So now next thing it would be for connection. Create channel. It's already suggesting me. It's already suggesting me channel.onClose close connection. Okay, so yeah, this way. Wait, start connect. So in this case I don't need it. Okay, this is done. Now what next? Channel is done. Then send to queue. I forgot the queue. I think send. So inside this, create channel, message, queue, durable true. Okay, 1 second. We need to do something here. Oh, wait. Send our search queue, and inside this durable true. Okay. So it's okay. So it's send. The message should be to the last. Last, okay, receive, await, channel, consume. Okay, so receive. Receive, okay. Queue. Send to queue, okay. Yeah, okay, consume, and finally no awk stro. Okay, I sometimes, okay, it will be true, no awk true. Or let me do one thing. Okay, it will be a function. It will be return awk. It will return not void. It will return something called boolean. Or let it make auto work. And do one more thing. It will receive another function. Side, not the channel, side. QCB. One second. Okay, here. Okay. So it will be false and channel dot awk. It's okay. 1 second. How did it do there? Let's make it true. We'll do something. We'll do something later on. So for this RabbitMQ class, we are done. We can do something. I mean, this is code. This is code. We can send. We can create a new class RabbitMQ send. Then I can move this thing. And okay, let's do that. Let's create a class. Export class. Send extends RabbitMQ. Okay. And then inside this connection, let's make it copy, make it here. It will work fine. We are doing this because there might be some, we're sending the queues. There might be some bindings, some topics, lot of things. So we're just moving this from here to there, then run edit and remove it, receive, okay, and receive this class as export class RabbitMQ receive extends okay, so we don't need it anyways. Okay, so okay, send receive, it done. So basically we don't need this anyways. This will be singleton, and also this will also be singleton. And if I go to the app, okay, it shouldn't be. Okay, so this is done. Let's see. Okay, so our basic things is done. We need to move forward something better. Okay, so let's make something constants. Okay, so in this file we will write the queue names, some constant for namings. So here would be okay. This is working fine. Now let's work view. This is the multiple queues. This is the consumers. There might be something this pub. This is the assert queue persistence. Okay. What does this persistence mean? I actually don't understand, but it will persist the data. If the server is failed, maybe. asset queue, the consumer, it will automatically acknowledgement. Okay, now round robin dispatching. We don't need it. We need something. Let's go to pubs up. This publish subscribe method is we need some bindings. Yeah, this is the things we need basically. So for the bindings, so this is extensions. This okay. So let's go. This public pub-sub is kind of like fan out extends. This is a model. This is the extensions. I mean, this extensions means the topics. I mean, there are some ways types. There are some types how the queue will work. Like it will broadcast. It will go some explicit consumers or something else. So this is the extents. There is maybe there are 4 types of extensions in RabbitMQ maybe. So this one is simply the fan out. Yeah, the fan out assert extends. The fan out extends is very simple. You can probably guess from the name. It will do every queue. It will receive. Yeah. So this is the extensions, the types, the direct, topic, headers, and fan out. This is the fan out thing. If you do, it's kind of like broadcasting a broadcast. Okay. Let's do. So send queue and buffers. If you assert this extends to fan out, then it will send to all of the queues. That's it. And finally, you need to publish it. That's it. Then there's some temporary queues. Forgot it. I don't need it anyways. Let's call this the bindings. Okay, so we have already created a fan out, extends, and queue. Now we need to tell the extends to send message to our queues. Okay, that relationship between extends and the queue is called binding. So extends is kind of type, so we need to send the message. If we use the extends, then we need to bind this extends to queue. I mean, it will connect to each other. Then you are something like you are in the same things. You have to take this, or we are forcing something like that. Okay, now listing bindings is simple things. I just bind queue names, and this is the logs. I don't know what is this. This is something called tags maybe. And putting all together. There's the example. Okay, so this is the extension name logs, and after this is message. Okay, hello world. This is extending the asserting the extends. It's called fan out. Then durable. This is the logs, the extends name. This is the extends name. That's it. Finally, after asserting the extends, publishing the extends, and it's done. It's done. For the receiver end, same thing. The extends name, then assert extends, fan out, and blah blah blah. And here the binding queue extends Here, this is assert extends. It is not using the queues anyhow. I don't know. I'm a confused. I already told you. I'm also new, so I'm learning and testing both. So it's kind of new for me, but I know the concepts, some concepts. So asserts queue. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to routing. Let's ask to Cloud. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me grab this code. Explain. So this is the benefits of AI. This is the benefits of AI. Okay, so importing this thing, connecting, then creating channel. This is good. Opening a channel, then declaring the extends. Assert extends create a extends if it does not exist or and or verifies if already exists with this exact setting if setting mismatch. Okay, so logs the extends name, fan out the extends type. This is the name, extends types, and this is the settings. So the extension will not survive RabbitMQ restart. Fine for inferral logging, but not for critical data. So dataable means it will not survive after if the RabbitMQ server is restarted. I already told you. So declaring temporary queue, assert queue. Queue is exclusive. Okay. And building the queue to the extends, bind queue, finally binding the queue, and then queue.queue. Okay, the temporary queue.queue extends. Create a binding a routing rule that tells RabbitMQ to copy message from the logs extends into this queue. Okay, the destination queue, auto-name.one above. Extends, the source extends is logs. Okay. Finally, the message is being consumed this way. Broadcast to all bounds queue. So okay, so this is the receiving end, this is the send end. This is the publisher side of the same pub software has every line. Okay, same thing. Let me do process.args. Yes, everything is done. Asserting extends. Okay, publishing. That's the key distinction from send queue. Okay, so send the message to the extends, not directly to any queue. Okay, so it's basically sending this message to this extends, not the queue. So RabbitMQ receives this and immediately copies it into every queue that is currently bound to the logs extends. If no consumer are connected, no queues bound, the message is simply dropped. Fan out will exclusively exclusive queues does not buffer from absent consumer. Okay, I got it, the things. So it's copying the mainly there will be multiple queues, and access is something. So let me open the Excel draw. I understand what is happening. So this is okay. So okay, so suppose this is app, and suppose this is the queue. This is queue. Let me duplicate it. So this is suppose an item, the queue item or new event. So it will store inside this one. Inside this, okay. So directly it will send. Suppose this is the queue. This is the queue. So previously we are directly sending this to the queue. Okay, directly queue. So from the app to queue, and then it will consume from the queue to the consumer. But what if suppose there might be some multiple queues, but multiple areas, multiple queues, multiple things. So for this, suppose you are doing some global notification, global settings. So in those settings, there might be trigger multiple settings, multiple areas. So if you send this queue directly to a queue, then it might not be a good idea. Because it directly is binding directly to a queue. But what if suppose you have something else called extends, and you were passing this message to this extends, and suppose you have another queue, you have this extends. Let me suppose you have this extends. So in this way, suppose these queues are connected or binded to this extends. So in that case, it will automatically copy to this multiple queues. So it will do automatically. So in this way, if you publish something to extends, RabbitMQ automatically copy those items, queue item to where it's binded to the extends. Okay, I think you understand the issue. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I am back. Sorry for the delay. Okay, so I think you understand what is the extends doing here. Okay. Okay, so there's different kind of extensions. It's already shows that there are four type of extensions. This stuff. Where is that? Yeah, this direct, topic, headers, fan out. Okay, so let me ask. Explain this extends type. Yeah, it's simple. Fan out is the simple extends type because it will send to all of the queues. It will copy to the, this is the fan out extends, and it will copy all of the queues and its consumers. And the direct one routes a message to queue whose binding key exactly matches the message routing key. Okay, so this is a direct message. Suppose you have a key, suppose ABCD. So it will go to the only ABCD extends, and it will trigger, it will move copy to the those queues who are binded to ABCD extends. That's it. This is the error. Then it will go to error queue, then consumer array, info queue to job, go to info queue, then the warning, it will go to warn queue. That's it. And topic, there's some wildcards. It has some wildcards. This is very interesting things. Like direct, but the routing key and binding key can contain wildcards, making it pattern-based matching. It's kind of like a pattern. To wildcard characters, *x, message exactly one word, message 0 or more word. So it's binding key, payments, message everything. If it started with payments dot, if it messages everything, is don't bother the first word, or then it must in the middle it must be error dot and rest of the things. It don't matter, but it must contain this error inside of a key. And finally this one, the payment. Okay, so binding key message, the hash means message everything, and * means exactly one word. Okay, use it when you need flexible multi-dimensional routing, like routing by region, service, server, severity, where different consumers care about different combination. The headers one. And this is ignores the routing key entirely and route based on message headers attribute. Instead, you bind a queue with set of expected headers key will appear. I think this is not we don't need it. We kind of use this topics and or the direct, this two. Okay, so yeah, it's shortcut. It's broadcast to all. Don't support wildcard. Wildcard support only these topics: exec schemas, pattern schemas, and message headers. Multi-dimensional routing, log level, task type, notification cache, this stuff. Okay, so we need to do something. We need to write some constant. Okay, let me ask Claude for this one. It may analyze a much better way. Let me do one thing. Constants. Modules donation request. In this module, where it's gone. Okay, inside this service, you will find this type of code which is used to create activity. Okay, so I want to move this to a background task or asynchronous processing. Synchronous is processing. Thank you. For RabbitMQ, I need some routing keys. So analyze the whole application and generate this routing keys inside the constant file. Okay. After this, make a documentation of how and why you chose each of the keys. Okay, so let's wait. So this is the routing docs. Let's read it. What is talking? Name, activity writer, notification sender, email sender, audit logger. Okay. A spool of incorrect topic since let is consumer declare exactly which slice is by a single binding pattern, and adding a new key never requires tracing existing consumer. Okay, so every routing key follows a three-part of dot separated pattern: domain, entity, and the action. So domain is like the top level bounded context like donation or auth. Entity, the resource subsystem being acted, activity, notification, user, OTP or password, and the action, request, approve, completed, etc. Okay. This structure maps directly to how the code base is organized. Donation, okay, making it easy to trace a key back to the code that's emitted. Okay. So it's create donation activity request. For donation activity request, for this one, yeah, it's did it a very good way. For donation notification admin and user, it will send the notification to user or admin via the email. And finally the auth, registered request reset. This is the confirmation email for sending password and some other stuffs. Okay. Queue. So this is the queue donation activity. This will be donation activity. Okay. This is the message payload convention, user ID, message, timestamps. Okay. Now let's go to the constant file. Close other. Okay, so extends name, extends type is topic. It's queue. Donation activity queue, donation notification queue, auth queue. Yep. Okay, this is just the 3 queues we need. Fine. Then routing key for donation activity for this, for donation purposes. These are for the auth, and that's it. So for auth we have 3 different keys for registration, OTP requested, and password reset. For donation there is 2 modules, one for notification. This will send the mail mainly. This will send the mail to the mail via this 2 mail, and also add some this is the activity. Okay, so suppose this for the donation activity request, approve, push, progress, ready, hold, completed, decline, finally deleted. There must be approve, progress, ready, hold, completed, ready. That means the donor is being assigned here. Okay. Okay, this is the binding patterns. Yeah, it will do all of these things. Yeah, and all catch all audit logger. Okay, now our case is ready. Almost everything is ready. We need to send. For this thing we need to do this extends name. Okay, I need to ask how to send message by the extents. Just give me example here. Okay. Let it generate. Let me see if we have something. Where is JavaScript? JavaScript. Okay. Cersei. This is the send. This is for the queue. This is the topic wise. So we need to do the extents name. Okay. Topic logs. This is topic. Okay. Let it ask. Okay, so it will understand everything. Let's see. Okay, so import extents name, extents types, routing key. Okay. Okay, so finally the URL. This is the payload. We need it anyway. This is the connection channel. Already have those. So we need to do the assert extents. Okay. So this extents name, extents type. Okay, so okay, let's receive here. Okay. Okay, for extents name, extents type, it will automatically fix. Mainly it's fixed. Extents name, extents type is already fixed. So in this end, let's remove this one. Constant channel. We need the channel. Wait, this dot create channel. Wait, channel dot extents name, extents type, variable true. Okay. And finally, we need the routing key. Yes. Yes, yes. This is the key. And we will, yes, yeah, got the idea. So the routing key will come up here. This is the key, routing key. Have a payload, not message. Payload for the payload. Okay, so the routing key. So the binding pattern. Okay. This is the routing key. The body. Okay, body is okay. Let's do this so that to ISS string new date. Sorry. Okay, I need to do one more thing. Okay. Okay. It's much more good way. Okay, and finally, I need to close it somehow. This is a routing key, donation, activity request, routing key. Let it accept one. Okay. So let's then on the last send area send to extends. The very last. Wait. What is that? Channel dot close connection dot close this dot. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. Now readiness code. Okay, good, very good. Now let's do how to consume this. Give me an example. Okay, let's zoom out. It's a long thing. Oh my god. This is the consume donation activity. This is activity. Okay. Extends name, extends type. Okay. Okay. Let me copy this one. Receive extends. Let it create the channel. Then there. Okay. So we need to assert the extensions. Assert extensions and assert the queue. Okay. Okay, so here we need to be tricky here. This is the binding, maybe. Yeah, queue. If I'm not wrong, this is the binding or the queue. So, okay, so where is the receipt? So this is for general purposes. So we need to use some more files here. Let's assert the extents first. Wait, channel dot assert extents name extents type durable true. Okay, now need to assert the queue channel dot assert queue, and here we have to be a little bit tricky. Because this is for general purposes, so it's not like it will be queue string, so we'll provide this queue and then we'll also make it durable. Okay, and finally we need to bind it. Okay, finally need to bind with channel dot bind queue. First of all, it will go to the queue, then the extents name, finally the pattern. Okay, so binding it will be string, it will be binding pattern. Okay, so it's done. Fine, then okay, now finally channel load is doing. one message at a time. Don't give a consumer a second message until it has acted the first. Prevent one slow worker from pulling up. So okay. Channel.preface 1. Okay. Okay, now next one, donation activity, the queue channel consume queue. This is the function. Query, not square, it's queue. Okay. Okay, so okay, so what I will do, yeah. So I'll receive a callback function over here. CB, yep, and the CB will be called no awk. What is this no awk? It's false here. Not this one. Const c is equal to channel dot awk. What is the type of awk? Okay, so I think this is almost done. Let's see if anything else. This is the payload. Okay, so this is write donation activity. So these are the sender, maybe, or handlers. These are the handlers. Let's see, routing key and payload. Okay, so these are the queues. Okay. We need another. Okay, no. Okay, so we'll wrap up everything here. We'll continue from tomorrow. Before we do that, let me evaluate this package. Evaluate this module. Score out of 10. Let's see what it return. After this, the stream will be done. Start from the next day. Yeah, it's not completely done yet. Okay, the singleton, yeah. Receive singleton, the connection, yeah, singleton. So what's the problem? Let's understand. Okay, so these are the good things. So what is the problem with send to extend? Okay, send to extends need to solve. Where is that? Need to remove this one. Because it's a singleton and set to null, it might be a problem. You pay TCP handshake cost on every single message. Worse, some singleton also love this connection. Okay, so the receive method. No acknowledgement. False. Okay. The plain receive method. Okay. No reconnect logic. Does it works? And in the same case, close it. Channel receive but not free. The right pattern is one long-lived channel per purpose. Not one per operations. Okay. Okay, so okay. Okay. Let's do one thing. Okay, channel null. Let's private. One second. ifsnl. Okay, so we need to do this. It will reduce the problem. Okay, so now the next problem, typo. Okay. Okay, type is fixed. Receiving for extends callback signature leaks internals. Passing the raw SNL. Okay, so let's do one thing for this extends. Instead of passing this whole channel, we don't need to. Where is that? So this is the way you can improve your coding knowledge as well. Okay, so I think most of the problem is solved. Let's ask for re-evaluate score. Okay, let's see what it return now. It should give me a better result now. I mean, the score must be good now. Yeah, it's increased. Okay, so what was the problem? The receive is the problem. Okay. Okay, so far we are done. I mean, it's good now. Still good. Reconnect resilience is, I mean, type I need to do. Yes, pretty much good. 7.5 as a beginner. It's pretty much good. Okay, let's forget this about. We'll continue from here to more further to the next day. Okay, see you.